Hey guys, welcome to the 10th episode of the Taekwondo Sparring tutorial. Today we're going to go over something that should have been discussed really long time ago, which is evasive maneuvers. So we're going to go over a real general overview of 4 methods, and we're going to discuss pros and cons of each maneuver. The first maneuver we're going to discuss is blocking. So Rich is going to kick me, and I'm just going to block. Now, the pros of this is that you stand your ground, you're not moving back or in, and your opponent thinks that you're going to stand still. So for him, if you keep blocking, then his target is at P2. Also, for electronic chest protectors, his kicks will not register as long as there's something in the way. It could even be like this. He kicks my hand, it's not going to register. So as long as you're covered up your body, then he can't score on you. That's why you see a lot of fighters just fighting like this, because they're just covering up the targets. So here are the cons. The cons are, it freaking hurts when he kicks. It hurts to block a kick. And another con is that since he's making contact, he can actually maneuver his way around so that he finds an empty space. So this is really important, but it's not the primary go-to method for an evasive maneuver. The second evasive maneuver I like to go over is moving back on his attacks. So every time he kicks, I'm going to slide back. Now, the pros of this is that there's no possible way for him to score on you during these exchanges because he's not touching you. And also, if you keep sliding back on him, he's going to think that the target for him is at K3 or K4, and you could use that towards your advantage. And also, he's going to feel like a chump because he just missed his target. But the cons of this is that if you keep moving back, you're going to find yourself at the edge of the ring. I'm going to go over why this is not a good situation to be in later episodes, but if you have 2 feet out of the ring, then you're going to get a gyongo. And if you get 2 gyongos, that's a full point off. I've seen this make or break an Olympic medal. So this is really important.
끝까지 지켜주는 저런 어떤 투지력이 참 중요합니다. 4위 포레코의 경기는 그동안 우리가 많이 봤거든요. 자, 대단합니다.
The third evasive maneuver I like to go over is clinching. So when he kicks, you get nice and close so that he can't kick from there. One more time. Now, the pros of this is that you can kill a couple of seconds, and this is really useful if you're winning by maybe a point or 2 and you have like 5 seconds left. You need to kill some time because referees will most likely not break up the clinch right away. So the pros are it's good at killing time and you evaded his attack. Also, if you keep clinching on your opponent's attacks, now he thinks his target is at P1. You can do what you want with that, but now you made your opponent think that his target is at P1. The cons are that you can really make yourself prone to his headshots. So many times I've seen athletes get caught while they're going in the clinch. Because headshots are closer range than body shots. So it's easier for you to get clocked in the head while you're trying to go in for the clinch. Here's some footages of athletes evading their opponent's attack in the very last second when they're winning by like 1 or 2 points. Take a look. The fourth evasive maneuver I like to discuss is leaning. Now, this is what I mean by leaning. Now, the advantages of this is that your opponent is in P1, P2, or P3 simultaneously. But you are at P2 with your opponent because my legs aren't moving, but his target is moving. P1 to P3. This is really useful in the corner of the ring when you have 1 foot out and 1 foot in. And he's trying to push you out or attack you while you're coming in. It's really frustrating for your opponent because he thinks that you're almost out, but not really because you're in full control of the situation. One disadvantage of leaning is that it kind of makes you difficult to move on your feet. While it's an advantage for you to evade without moving your feet, it's hard for you to move your feet because your center of gravity is not down the middle at all times. It's sometimes here, sometimes here. So it's hard for you to move forward or back from this position. It's going to feel real awkward. And also, it's hard for you to counter after you move in that way because, again, your center of gravity is not down the middle. Now, this is really hard to master, but I've seen a lot of athletes become successful in this technique and pretty much avoiding all attacks without even moving their feet. Here are some examples from competitions of athletes leaning to avoid attacks. Take a look. Here is your homework for today, and it might be the most painful one if you're not doing it right, but it is practice. So grab a partner that can kick fast and strong. I got mine right here. So make sure you have your protective gear on, and the kicker is pretty much going to spar while you can hit back. So the dodger is going to use all 4 of the evasive maneuvers that we just went over and dodge his attacks. Pretend as if you're up by like a point and there's 30 seconds left and he's just going all out to get that point back. So this is what you're simulating. We're going to go over a 20 or 30 second demo of this homework. Now, if you don't have a partner that can give you that sort of challenge, then you can have him hold 2 paddles and simulate a kicker that's just as busy or desperate. So we'll go over a 20 or 30 second demo of this drill. And remember, the kicker, you don't have to be shy about aiming for the head. Everyone's aiming for the head nowadays. Hey guys, thank you for watching the YUNSHOW. And if you haven't subscribed yet, click right over there. And if you want to go to the next episode, click right over there. And if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more like bloopers and some stupid skits that we did, then you can click on this link. It's called patreon.com, where you support these video creators like myself. If you want one of these awesome Yun shirts, you can click right on over there. It's really soft and it's really nice. We have kid sizes all the way up to XL. So thank you for watching the YUNSHOW. Woo!